You need to be your biggest supporter. You need to get rid of any ideas or any simulation in your brain where you rely on other people to keep moving forward with your ambitions or even just for mental clarity. You need to abandon that way of thinking and only allow yourself to be your biggest supporter, because if that's not the case, you won't make it. Being reliant on anyone else in that aspect will only get you hurt, only make you feel resentment, and will hinder your progress towards the path that you want in your life. This also allows you to take control over your mind. This allows you to take control over your actions and how you think, because now your mind is not in someone else's hands. Your mind and your thoughts are not dependent upon someone else's actions or what they may say to you. Now you're able to take initiative in your life and move forward regardless of what anyone else says or thinks or does. There's nothing inherently wrong with wanting support, but wanting that and not being able to get it is going to mess with you, and you need to prepare yourself mentally to not have it, even though that's something that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, right? I'm not saying that if someone offers help or, wants to help you with something, to not take it, but don't expect it from anybody and don't want it from anyone, because that's when you're going to fall into the trap. So now that that's clear, how do we still keep moving forward knowing that you may not get help from anyone despite your current situation? For me, it's just realizing that I have standards set for my life, and without support or with support, I'm going to get it done. No matter the circumstances, no matter how grim things get, I have a certain identity that I believe to be true, and I want to live in that reality, and I'm going to. Support is not an issue here. Not for me, because I've learned the ability to have my own back, to be my own hand on my shoulder, to be the person who picks my own self up mentally. And I will admit, there's times where even I have thought, like, dang, like, it's nobody I could talk to. Like, there's things where I'm like, it's pointless to explain them to anyone around me just due to their perspective and how they view things, and they don't see things objectively on a level that I do. So it caused me to feel a bit isolated, and it really makes me sometimes not want to talk to anybody, because it made me think, what's the point? But it's nothing wrong with having people to talk to. If you got friends or family you still cool with, even though they don't see things how you see them, it's nothing wrong with that. But despite me feeling that way, I do end up recalling my identity and realizing that, like I said earlier, like, my life is going to end up a certain way, and I can't allow anything to get in the way of that. And so that's what keeps me strong. Now, as far as building your identity so that you can have that backbone for yourself, it just requires genuine belief and genuine trust in yourself that you're going to get this done, which takes time to build. You need to constantly reinforce it. You need to constantly put effort into thinking about it. And once it gets to that point to where it naturally flows, now you're going to be able to have your back more. Now you're going to be able to support yourself mentally more. And even if you don't have anyone necessarily around you that you can talk to about certain things, there's things you can watch on social media. I'm on TikTok all the time. I get messages about manifestation, mindset videos, everything. And it does help me in times where I can't help myself. But me wanting that identity has allowed me to build that page for myself and be able to essentially help myself, because it required me to first align myself with that identity that allowed this TikTok account to manifest inside of my life to help me. So yes, other people help you, but you're still the one who allowed the help to come into your life, because you decided that you don't need support from anyone around you in real life. So you've built a pseudo support system for yourself, or at least for me, that's what I did. And so that's the message of this video. Don't worry about support from anyone else, despite the situation. Learn a skill, rely on yourself, don't expect anything from anyone, and keep moving forward knowing that as long as you keep your identity strong, that you're going to be okay. Y'all go be great.